Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a bonus reading for the month of December. This is a tarot oracle reading. And Aries, you are the star of this astrological insight. We are focusing on the energy of the full moon coming up on December 4th. If your sun sign is not Aries, we still all have a little bit of Aries in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Aries in? That's where this energy will show up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I have recognized this is a collective or general reading. Parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you, leave the rest. And I've already shuffled and washed the cards, and we're going to begin this reading with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. And we have, oh, this is interesting. We have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is a card that's saying you might at this point have a closed mind, or it could say that you can't see a way out of something, but it's something that you will be able to get out of with ease once you do. And what I'm noticing right here is this new moon. And the new moon was in, I think, November 20th or November 21st. And so we're moving into this new energy. This reading is a full moon energy. It's a bonus reading I'm doing for you. It's a Gemini full moon. And the full moon is time like where we can release whatever it was that's preventing us from moving forward to in November 20th when the new moon was there. And it's saying that, you know, release on December 4th here. And this energy, quite often with the full moon, you'll feel it, you know, like, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 days before and after. So it's saying if you haven't been able to release it at this time, there will be, the full moon will shine light on what you still need to release for you to be able to move forward in the direction you want to go. So Aries, this is awesome energy, a new moon. Whatever you were working on or started working on around the 20th of November, keep that in mind as we go through this reading. And we have a reconciliation. So perhaps you were considering reconciling with someone or reconciling some energy with yourself. This is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is speaks quite a bit about the inner child, and like it looks like there's two children here playing, but this is actually, it's an illusion. There's actually a gnome and an old woman, and they are, so this card is full of the cups. It's the only card in the cups that has the cups full of flowers all like this, and this is Datra. And that's like a medicinal herb that creates visions that can cause illusions or bring illusions to the surface that shamans use. It's highly poisonous, so it's not something at all to be played with. And this can bring, but what this is saying, it can bring out the poisonous thoughts or whatever that you may be having and give you a chance to reconcile with those and allow you to move into a new way of thinking or a new way of being. And this energy is also can be about forgiveness. So this could be about forgiving yourself or forgiving others so that you can move forward. When you forgive others, it just you stop putting your energy into other people and you are focusing more on yourself. When you forgive, it does pave the relationship to reconciliation. Having said that, just because you forgive doesn't mean you have to reconcile with people. You could just forgive and then have nothing to do with those people or that person ever again. Justice is coming in. So the justice, this is talking about this energy like from your intuition, from your insight. And there's a saying, because you have eyes, you cannot see. And that is like, people will say, oh, when I see it, I'll believe it. But you don't really see the whole spectrum of light. You don't see what's in the dark energy in the universe. So you're not seeing a lot. Like even if you have your eyes wide open, you still are not seeing the full picture. And this energy is talking about the intuition and the logic coming together. These two pillars represent that. And the veil in the background represents the veil between the intuitive and world and the spiritual world and the earth. So there's some justice being served, and I'm getting justice always begins on the spiritual realm, and then it comes down to the physical. It's as above, so below. The justice, she's sitting on her throne in between these two pillars, and her right foot is, you see that her toe is sticking out. So this, I feel like this energy, your big toe in body language can say that you're thinking too much. It's like it represents your mental energy, and you might be overthinking something. So this is, the energy is saying, justice is showing up in the spiritual realm, as above, so below. Eventually it will come down to earth, and whatever, and your beginning, what this is saying is perhaps at the new moon, you took some action, or you just started to see the picture more clearly then. And this full moon, it's a Gemini full moon, and so it's kind of like, again, the twins, like this way, this or that or this, that kind of energy. But there's another solution, and there's probably many more solutions that are not this and that are, have more opportunity to clear this energy. So this in this full moon energy is a great time to release what doesn't serve you anymore and move forward in a different way. And we have the Empress. So the Empress is really strong energy. This is about generating, manifesting, and she's sitting on her throne. She is pregnant with possibility. This card can also represent a pregnancy, like in actual 3D. The Empress there's all this wheat in front of her, and this is representing like planting a crop and then growing it and just letting nature take care of the crop. Like you don't go out and water wheat. Although in a drought, sometimes you wish you could. But this energy is just saying that she sits back on her throne. She knows things are falling into place. And so she is all four queens in the minor arcana rolled into one person. So she is able to manifest with ease, like take actions that allow that. She is able to use her intellectual and her intuitive ability. And she keeps like a strong attitude, like she's got a good, strong disposition. And it's also saying that her masculine and feminine qualities are in balance. Yes, and there we have it. Look at that. We have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups, quite often, this is about fulfillment. This is about getting everything that you can imagine, total abundance, following the Empress. This is awesome energy. And so these people, there's two children here. There's two people together, and they look happy, and they're like, glory, hallelujah. And it almost looks like they're looking at a plot of land, maybe considering building a house. I'm getting that kind of energy, like really having an abundance of everything that they want, including, of course, the love, right? Ten of Cups is a lot of love. And then we have the energy of Temperance. So the Temperance energy represents actually Sagittarius, and it is about action. So and it also is about patience. And Sagittarius are not known for their patience generally, but the Temperance is having patience to follow your life path, like not being taken off your destiny, being able to move forward with with your God-given talents, stay on the path so that you can have all this fulfillment. And this energy here, I'm getting drawn to this again. This can be about reconciling the energy of who you were with who you are now, like the new energy with the full moon and the full knowledge. This is also about devotion to following your North Star, which is your destiny. And then we have the Knight of Swords coming in. So the Knight of Swords, It's interesting because here you'll notice that you can't see the points of the swords and you can't see the point of the sword here. The Knight of Swords is a messenger that's coming in, and he's coming in fast. And so that could say this energy is coming in fast if you're not in it already, or it could be like this reconciliation is coming up fast and you know, you're getting there. Or this could be like a Knight of Swords doing their best to rush to the to you or to whoever to get the message through. So the Knight of Swords, you can see his horse is stressed out. He's traveling through barren land. Perhaps he's traveling. He knows that he needs to get somewhere within a certain time limit. And the knights would give messages for royalty, and they work for royalty doing tasks for them. So this energy is generally of someone that's definitely an adult, but more of a younger adult, or someone that's in the apprenticeship part of their career. And this energy is like, there is a warning with this energy because you can't see the points of the swords, that you may not be actually seeing the real point, and you might not have all the information yet. And that's when like the December 4th full moon will shine light on it. It's called the cold moon because it's actually moving from one season, from fall into winter. And quite often the actual weather will change. So this is, and I'm getting here about weathering the storm, okay? So something about that energy. This first card is representing kind of who your self-image, as someone that's forgiving, and you want to, and also someone that's done work on yourself to reconcile your adult self with your inner child. And we have this is how you value yourself. And so there's some justice that needs to come into being, and you're all for that. Like you're like, I want this justice to come in, and that upgrades you, like not like holding out for that and saying, no, I insist that justice is there. And therefore the Empress comes in. So this card, as I said, this card is all about the abundance coming in, and it's also communication from your early life and how you viewed things. The Empress can indicate, as I said, like an actual pregnancy. So it could be that at some point, maybe you came in as a surprise and felt you were an unwanted child, and now you're realizing that if your family didn't want you, God did. There is no such thing as an accident child. Children are from God. But this card can be saying, like, if you're not wanting to get pregnant, because we are working with the Aries energy, and Aries is all about the newborn infant coming into a brand new world. And so this can be about how you carry yourself, like you're going to be like someone new, like you're bringing this new energy from the new moon, and it's going to be amplified, and you've been working on it. And by the 4th of December, in that full moon energy, you will have released what you need to really step into this role. And so this is about your home and your family and your foundation. So I'm getting emotionally, doing this shadow work has really empowered you. You recognize you're an empress. You're not a small child that can't make choices, and you're focusing on having the family you've always wanted, perhaps getting pregnant and having children and starting a family. And then we have the temperance energy is about having the patience for this to naturally come about, just like the wheat with the Empress, and this is romance, it's children. So it's just kind of saying, that you've been patient and it's been worth the wait, because everything that you want is rushing in now. That's what I'm getting. It's coming faster and faster. It's almost here is what's coming up. And this this talks about your daily habits, how you're treating yourself, because if you do your shadow work and you forgive yourself as a child, or mistakes you've made, or you're able to be in this place where you can reconcile with some people, or just at least forgive them and you, that you can move into this energy where all of a sudden your daily habits improve. Like you look after yourself better. The routines you have are really strong, and so it's like the cycles of the moon. Like you're improving the smallest little things. And what's coming to mind is this energy of when you do small tasks excellency, it prepares you for excellence in all areas of your life. I did forget to get the underlying energy for this bottom half. This represents the internal dynamics, the boundaries you create in your internal. So this is like when you're laying in bed at night and you're worrying, you're asking, what if this happens? What if that happens? It's that kind of energy. You're done with that energy now. You're stepping into being a star. You were born to be a star. You're now an empress. You recognize you're an empress. You want all this abundance. It's on its way. You can feel it coming in. And you've been, like now you're just patiently waiting for it. And you're continuing to step forward in strong ways. And by like December 4th, when excuse me, when this energy comes in, you're going to, like, it'll be like, sometimes, you know, when you sneeze, you can feel that energy building up, building up, building up, and then it's just such a relief when you finally sneeze. That's the energy that I'm getting. And so moving into the external forces, the underlying energy for that is being in an energy of, okay, you've crossed through the portal. Like, I feel like the justice, if you don't have it yet, the justice is percolating, and it's allowing you to move forward in a different way. You're ready to expand your horizons and to take action now. This is the first card that we have that is about action. So this could be like, you might have been like really in a meditative state. We're talking also about at this time that I'm doing this reading, it's like almost the end of November. This energy is talking about Mercury being in retrograde, and sometimes that's a really good idea to reflect upon the past and you know, really get a good grip on that so that you can move forward and leave the past behind and have learned from it, and now you're ready to move towards all of this wonderful abundance. Okay, so there's been some sneaky energy afoot. This is the shift disturber. So this energy, what I'm seeing here is like there's like, this energy can sometimes represent a threesome in a marriage or a partnership. And this could be saying you're leaving these two, the third party and whoever you were with, and you're moving on without them. That's the energy that I'm picking up. And this can be something, if it's not romantic love here, it could be the energy of like something that you love to do, or something you've always wanted to do since you were a child, and you're going to go off and do that and leave the old energy behind. And so the shift disturber is a walking contradiction, because they are like, but there's the two swords planted, and I feel like these two wands are planted. And so the shift disturber, it has 5 swords, and it looks like he's a thief and he's stolen them from the village. But this can also represent the energy of looking back at the past, and these two, this or that, things that were so concerning to you, that you now have the enlightenment and you're leaving that energy behind, and you have new thoughts that you're going to put in action. That's what I'm getting. Because this card can also be about doing things in innovative ways that you've never done it before. They're looking back at the past and leaving those two behind, but they're moving forward and they're on tiptoe. So they're maybe like quietly doing it behind the scenes and not letting other people know what they're doing, which sometimes is a very good idea. Yes, and so this time of reflection, here we have these swords again. We have the 4 swords again. We have 3 swords hanging on the wall, and I feel like these are like subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind. Those thoughts are all together, And all the swords are at rest, so there's no thinking happening here. This is someone that's decided to go inward and meditate, which is a good energy for right now. Because we're in a Mercury retrograde, it's a great time to look back on the past and really get a really good understanding from it by going inward and going, just really reflecting upon it. This gives peace of mind. Because this window in the background, the stained glass window, there's the word Pax on that, and that means peace. So I'm getting that the old energy, you're at peace with it now. And remember that there is no time except for in the 3D world in a linear sense. So this could be something that's happened already to you in the past, or it could be happening right now, or it could be in the future. Or it could be about other people around you, right? But I'm getting this full moon is really going to shine light on all of this energy. And really, by then you'll be done reflecting and you'll want to be taking action. And it's also saying that you're not really interested in the actions that other people take. You're interested in the actions that you're going to take. And the sun comes in and says, good idea. This energy is God. This is the sun coming in. This is life force energy unleashed. It's time to be yourself. It's time to go out there. And what's really interesting is the Gemini energy of the full moon. The opposite sign to Gemini is Sagittarius, and so the sun and the moon are looking at each other, like in the December 4th energy, and they're right facing each other. And so they're having a conversation about, God's having a conversation with the moon about the hidden aspects and reflecting that energy back down to you. That's what I'm getting. This is really, really good, strong energy. It's saying that you're getting very close to having this abundance because you're getting very close to the truth of who you are is what's coming up more than anything, because this is shining on your identity and the value that you hold for yourself. And this banner that this young child is carrying is very similar to this banner in the back. It's kind of like, this is your destiny. This is why we're all unique individuals. And sometimes we feel like, oh, I'm just insignificant. I'm just one person. What can one person do? And this energy is saying you're unique. There is no one like you. You are significant. You are part of God's plan. And you always have been. And that's why you're able to carry that banner with ease, because you were born to do this. You were born to be a star. You were born to shine. We all are. And this is then talking about conviction beyond a doubt, that the actions that you take now, you know what you know. And because you know what you know, you don't have any doubt. You're on higher ground now. These wands here are representing, like, maybe in the past they're lower than where you are right now, but you have learned from those actions and you are ready to move forward. Yes, the Queen of Swords comes in, and this is just saying again, she's sitting, if you notice, she's sitting above the clouds. She's got total clarity. She can see for miles. She's sitting on her throne and she's facing this energy. She saw what the moon and the sun are going to illuminate on December 4th. She's going to have the whole picture. She's going to be able to cut through the bullshit. She's got her left hand out saying, I'm willing to receive now because I know what I receive is going to be for my best interest. And like a newborn child, it's almost like the sun and the moon, I feel like they're like the parents maybe that you never had. That because we don't come with a manual, and when you're a newborn infant, you don't have a manual, so everybody around you has to figure out what you want. And quite often, babies are adorable, so it's like everybody's like really wants the baby to be happy, and that's the energy. Like these parents, the sun and the moon are in conversation regarding you on December 4th, and that light is being shone down you both from the moon and from the sun. Really beautiful energy. Yes, and then in comes the Ace of Wands. So this is a passion for new discovery. This is a gift from God. This is a gift from the universe. This is saying, you know, the actions that you take now are going to be about a passion for who you are. You're in alignment. Have fun. You deserve it. That's a really cool energy. And so from this end, this card here is about commitments, marriage, partnerships. So there could have been something sneaky here that you didn't know about. This could have been a partner that you were with in marriage or in business, or it could represent family, whatever. But what it's saying is that illusion now is over, and it's like we're very close to this full moon energy, and then we're moving into this is about the end. This is like the transformation you're going through, like the end of this energy of being insecure and not really thinking that you are going to achieve your goals. You're not going to overthink it anymore now, and you're going to step into this new, more powerful way. It's what it's saying is you've taken the, especially in my oracle, the moon card represents freedom. Reckless abandon, but that's W-R-E-C-K. You can't get into a wreck when you're part of God's plan, and you're seeing things like from both the sun and the moon and both parents' side, and we're talking about parents that don't need a manual. So like this is awesome energy, and this is like when that energy comes into its fullness around the 4th of December, you will start to notice that, oh, I know exactly what to do now. I'm on my path. And it's kind of saying the old you is now gone. And it's kind of like that never was you. And so now you're returning to the rebirth of who you really are. And then we have, higher learning, travel. This is all about shared resources and that kind of energy. And then your career, reputation, it's kind of like if you didn't know what do you want to be when you grow up, even if you're like 60 now and you still don't know what you want to be when you grow up, that now you'll know, like you'll feel it, because you'll feel who you really are and you're in touch with your authentic desires. You know what you know. Once you know what you know, then you have conviction beyond a doubt that the actions you take will be in alignment with where you want to go. And this is like a lot of, this is going to bring in a lot of blessings and friends. It may mean that it could be quite dramatic. The full moon, if you've ever been in the hospitality industry, in bars, etc., in the hospital, like that, police can probably tell you that energy on the full moon can be very volatile because it's very emotional. But now, like this energy, it's saying that the blessings, and it might be like you might cut old friends out or family out, whatever, or just habits that your daily habits of how you deal with things. And it's going to be quite a change, and change can sometimes require being in this energy of like, okay, well, I'm off with your heads. I'm cutting out the bullshit in my life. I am determined that I will receive what God has destined for me. And then that energy, this is about your spirituality coming together with your actions, that energy of being your authentic self and moving forward from now on in that authentic energy. What an awesome reading, Aries. This is really good energy. And I just want you to know that if you're not an Aries, like I said, we all have a little bit of Aries in us because we've all been infants. And this energy is saying that, if the horoscope cards come up when I'm clarifying here, it could represent people that are that sign, that sun sign for you, that are in your life. But when I'm dealing with a general reading like this and the horoscope energy, I'm more about what stage of life is someone in, or what stage of life is the project in, that kind of energy. And also, you know, what are the underlying energies of Aries that we can learn from so that we can move forward. Be demanding like a newborn baby, basically, like so that your needs are met. That's what I'm getting. So if you're enjoying this reading, please do like and comment. It really does help me to build my channel. And I'm going to clarify now with my oracle, and this is Tales from the Vector. So this is an oracle that I began back in 2007, courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And this is 64 paintings. I'm an artist, so there was some very big dragon paintings. It took me till 2020 to complete the last of them. I've had the cards out, but you know, to psychic fairs, seminars, etc. But I didn't have the entire deck together yet. And so now that I've completed all the paintings, I've been working on the information, and now I'm working on it with all of you. So thank you for your time and energy. When I feel satisfied that I have the information, I will bring this deck out in physical form. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be great to see it. All complete. So I'm going to take from, what I was just going to say though is I do have the numbers of the paintings from my website, which is Tails, Tails, from thevector.com. So you can go there, and I'm in the description box below will be the order that these cards came up, so you can look the paintings up if you're interested. And so to clarify, from the bottom of the deck of the oracle, we also have the energy clarifying the underlying energy for this entire reading, which is Battle Star. So this is about having to have a lot of courage. And so Battle Star is about the solar plexus. It's about making sure you breathe. So it's about make sure you breathe. Like now, when these changes come about, if you feel like you're getting triggered back into the old energy, take a deep breath. Take in life force energy and calm yourself down, and that will give you the courage to keep going. We have the underlying energy for the internal dynamics, what's happening, what if, to quiet those, and we have the Empress right on the star energy. So yes, this is saying you've always been a star, you've always been an Empress. Well, you have to earn the qualities of the Empress, because it's 4 queens rolled into one person, and that requires life experience. But having said that, you were born to do this. You are like a generator of energy. When you're in this energy, you're pregnant with possibilities. And you know, because this energy is Aries, and we're talking about newborn babies, and we're talking about pregnancy, if you don't want to be pregnant, take steps, you know, not to be at this time. And if you do want to be, or you are, congratulations. What a beautiful gift. So this energy of the inner child, reconciliation, I can't say it for some reason. This is taking the shame off yourself as a young child, recognizing that, you know, this energy of her wearing this white mitt is she doesn't want to get her hands dirty because she wants to remain innocent. And that's what these white flowers also represent. So this energy is just saying, you're not degraded. Like, the energy may have been degraded. Other people may have made you feel degraded, and they may have actually degraded you as a human being. But the thing about human beings is we're made up of water, and water is life, and water is constantly replacing itself within you. So and stars, what we found out now, the scientists are saying the stars are actually made up of water also. So you're closer to being a star than you actually know. You're stardust. So we have the Leo energy on top of justice. So this is kind of teenage boys energy. This is confidence versus arrogance. Like, are you truly confident? Sometimes when people don't feel confident, they'll become arrogant, and they'll take steps of action that they regret later. That's that kind of real energy. And eventually when you mature, then you become like Leos are natural born leaders, and so they can lead in a strong way, or they can lead in a weak way. And we all have that energy within us. So we all have a little bit of Leo in us. And anger is a karmic space. So I'm just getting that perhaps you were raised in a family that got angry. There was a lot of yelling or whatever. And quite often, that's just, the anger is a gift that keeps on giving. It's passed down from generation to generation. And this is what the full moon energy is about. It's about releasing that. Like, okay, you don't have to be angry about what's happened. You can choose not to be, because when you choose to not be angry with other people, it's not saying that you condone the actions that they did to you. What it's saying is that you are returning that energy back to them for them to deal with, and you're moving forward in the energy that you've always been, so that you get this abundance, this fulfillment. And we have the Earth Star coming in. So this is totally about manifesting, again, from the sacral chakra. So again, if you don't want to be pregnant, watch that pregnancy energy, because you're highly productive right now. Let me put it to that way. Like, you have a lot of potential within you, and I'm getting that's building, 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 and you're really going to start feeling that and noticing it by the full moon on December 4th. And look at, you've manifested a bonus reading from me. And then we have, yes, the All-Star. So this is about the insight that you've gained. The All-Star is using the third eye and being able to move into that energy, so that you have the insight now to be able to move forward and get this fulfillment. The Judgment has been called. And this is like, this energy here, like the Knight of Wands is in a hurry to have this happen. The energy is coming in, because everybody can feel it. Like, there's a lot happening on the planet right now, and there's a lot of judgments being made. What this card is saying, though, is that really the only person, God, that is able to make judgments about other people is God himself, because only God knows the full picture, and only God knows, as a parent, this child without a manual, because God created you. And this is the energy is saying, you know, be in judgment of yourself, and, you know, forgive yourself and forgive others, and leave the rest to God. Like, leave the other judgment to God. But this also can be saying that there is a judgment coming in regarding these actions, and it's more likely to come in like on the physical level once you let go of it for yourself and just turn it over, surrender it to the Most High. Yes, and then the movement that you make forward from that time is you can anticipate it, because, hey, God's got you covered. The full moon and the sun are like talking to each other right now. They're sending the invitations to each other now. And by December 4th, they'll have had a full conversation with the full moon energy. So this is about anticipating the direction that you're now back on the path that, you know, the Most High has always wanted for you, and the universe is totally supporting this. And everybody's in anticipation, because, you know, only God knows how awesome you're going to be. You have no idea that when this energy is released, of how, you know, unfettered you will be. And then we have the Trauma Queen on this sneaky energy. So this is like, life's a slice, hold the drama. You don't need drama when you are on your path that is destined for you, and you're so busy being a star and gaining this abundance and enjoying life. You don't have time for drama. There is no drama. But the devil comes in and says, I don't like that peace of mind you have there. So the devil quite often will come in. This is a card of temptation. And so this energy is like, again, on this sneaky energy here, and moving into peace right? So this energy, there may have been a threesome, there could have been some energy like that, it could have been very painful, but this card is saying, you know what, life's a slice, hold the drama. And if you were in fighting mode, you're not fighting with these people anymore. If you were running away from them, you're not running away from them anymore. And if you were stuck and you felt like you couldn't move forward, you're unstuck. And that energy is it was starting to happen back at the new moon in November, which was around the 20th, 21st. But now this energy is building to December 4th, the full moon. When the devil comes up, I always cover the devil with energy to see, okay, either the devil sends in a minion to really do the dirty work for the devil, because the devil can't do the dirty work. It's temptation. You're the one that has to do the work, right? And so if the devil sends in, I cover it, who did the devil send in to do it? Or what is God doing? What did God send in to prevent it? And I'm just getting that, here we have that energy of foolhardy. And this is the energy of God and the moon and the sun making sure that you understand what happened here, that the truth is coming out, and that you will not participate in this drama. Libra is mature adult energy, and Libra is holding the scales of justice, and we have justice here. And this is about the Venus energy. This is like, people that are getting ready to be married or were married that knew better, right? Whatever. This is again reiterating that you're not going to focus on your expectations of how it should have been and focus on that. You are anticipating a new beginning in alignment with who you are. Really good energy. So the gift here is that now that you're more mature, you can handle the truth, and the full moon and the sun are working together to make sure you do. Yeah. Because this destruction, like this, sometimes this energy of these tactics that are used, this feels like progress to some, but for others it's not. So it's an energy of knowing. Sometimes people will destroy things just for the sake of it, and if you're not in that energy, it would be hard to understand, but you need to understand that sometimes people will destroy things just because. It's just because. And it's like, let it go. Yeah. Having expectations creates foolishness, and this is saying the actions that before you knew what you knew were expectations, and those expectations created limitations for you. Now that you know what you know and you have conviction beyond a doubt, you're in the foolhardy energy. And I love how this energy is being made very clearly, like spoken to a baby, like someone that really is innocent and in the way they look at the world, and just explaining this is the way it is. This Cancer energy, it's kind of, again, cutting out the drama, cutting out any of this energy here. This Queen of Swords, there's no room for it in you anymore. Like you're done with it. And you're not going to deal with people that behave like adolescents, and you're not going to behave that way yourself. You're not going to let your emotions overcome you and ruin like this new energy, because once you step into this energy, you're going to love it. It's going to be so awesome. And yeah, and you can let go of the need to be right. So this energy is like to be able to do the work, the inner work, to heal your inner child. It's like sometimes people will really get into this karmic space of where I need to be right. I need for people to understand what happened here. Like I feel degraded, and until this wrong is righted and everybody says, yes, you were right, I can't be happy. You want to let go of that. You be happy within yourself, and be happy on your journey. And now that energy is being handed back to the people that were responsible, and they can deal with it instead of you. Really, really awesome energy, Aries. Thank you so much for the wisdom that we have gained here. I've really enjoyed this reading. I do hope you also have. If you have, please do like, comment, let me know what's going on, and consider subscribing if you resonate. I will be doing the regular astrological reading for the mid-December, and so you can be watching for that in the future. Bye for now.